The second season of your show, Up and Vanished, also premiering soon. So tell us about the show.
Very excited. We went around the country and explored all these different missing persons cases and descended upon all these small towns and tried to figure out what happened.
Yeah, what are some of the new cases you're going to be looking at?
There is Jody Husentrut, who is a missing news reporter from Iowa. If you listen to season 2 of the podcast, Crystal Reisinger from Crestone, Colorado, we do go back to Colorado and explore her case some more. Molly and Colt, who went missing in Oklahoma after this bizarre police chase. These 3 guys went into the woods, only one person came out. Super weird. Jennifer Kessie, who went missing in 2005, or actually 06, just a few months after Tara Grinstead went missing, which was the first season we did.
Yeah, and all these cases are so fascinating. Your podcast is so successful. Was it something where you thought eventually you would turn it into TV, or how did this come about?
Actually, initially the concept was to make a TV show, but I didn't have the means to do that. So the podcast was just going to be a stepping stone, and here we are.
Wow, so then it kind of comes full circle. Nice. What drives you? Because, I mean, it's a lot of work. And I imagine very taxing emotionally as well to look into these cases. So what is the driving force for you and your team?
I mean, it's a combination of a couple different things. I mean, I think at our core, we're all creative people. We never really saw ourselves in the true crime space. I mean, we were, a few years ago, just fans of, watching true crime docs like everyone else does. And now we're making them. And I will say, being on this side of it is arguably way different than just being a viewer. It is definitely emotionally taxing. It's a lot of responsibility, a lot of sensitivity in the way you have to talk about it. So a lot comes with it. But I think that just kind of seeing what we've been able to do and move the needle in some real life cases and bring some positivity and hope to some people's lives and give some people the spotlight or the microphone. It's really cool to do that.
And you're investigating these cases that have been unsolved for so many years. So I imagine that would be overwhelming. Where do you and your team even start?
I mean, every time we say, where do we start? Because we don't ever really know.
Yeah.
It just depends. I mean, the older the case, oftentimes the more complicated it is. But I mean, for me, it's like, I'm not like a real investigator. I just go try to start talking to people. And sometimes that's a family member. Sometimes that's just a random witness who didn't really even see anything. But like that just gets the ball rolling.
What's been the most revealing interview or little tidbit that you got from someone in all your years of doing this?
In all my years of doing this,
I know that's hard.
There's a lot. I think that I sort of let Wayne Williams from the Atlanta child murders hang himself in my interviews with him. I kind of slow played it, but I listened to him talk for a long time, waiting for him to sort of prove to me exactly how he was so innocent.
Yeah.
But he never really did that. And then once I had time to actually go back through all of my recordings and listen to what he was saying and kind of add up all the different bullet points, I was able to kind of present back to him why he was kind of full of it.
Yeah.
And I think it worked.
Do you ever feel in danger or nervous when you're doing all this reporting and investigating?
Right now I do. I'm just kidding.
I know, I'm like really.
It just depends. I mean, like, usually I don't, but there are definitely some times in the show where I most certainly felt like in a little bit of danger. And I mean, some guys took a swing at me. So like I mean, usually you're fine, but every now and then there's an off chance that this guy's a little out there, just a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Look out for those guys.
But still, biggest injury to date is the basketball.
It
basketball
is.
Injury.
To date, I hurt myself.
Do you ever run into issues with detectives or family members not wanting to give you the information?
Usually the family is always open, but I mean, when it comes down to police, it's a 50-50. Usually it seems like they have too much pride and don't want to give it to you. But I've also been surprised and met a lot of really cool, respectable police officers who want to help and kind of see the value in what we're doing. So that's cool too.
Yeah, well, thank you for everything that you're doing. It's great work. Thanks for joining us and breaking down our top 5.
Awesome.
All right, Up and Vanished returns Saturday, February 15th at 7, 6 Central on Oxygen.